Hey guys, it's Amanda with The Rustic Home. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to be showing you how to build a barn door for about $100 using 5 tools. You can get all of these supplies at your local Home Depot or Lowe's, and let's get started. I'm using 1x12 pine boards. You can get these at Lowe's, Home Depot, or your local lumber yard. I'm going to cut these boards to length using my miter saw, cutting them at 95 inches, which gives me a 1-inch overlap. The doorway opening that I'm making this barn door for is 94 by 32 inches. Next, I'm ripping the boards down to 5.5 inches on my table saw. You can buy your boards already cut to size as 1x6 pine boards. It will just be a little more pricey, but it saves you about 10 minutes of time. If you're ripping your boards out of 1x12s, make sure to keep your board tight against the fence to ensure a straight cut. It's time to build the frame, cutting my top and bottom rails to 27.5 inches and then adding pocket holes to them with my Craig pocket hole jig. If you don't have a pocket hole jig, you can always glue and clamp the frame together, but be sure to allow it to fully dry before continuing. Make sure to use pocket hole screws that are 1¼ inches and the appropriate thread for soft wood. I'm simply going to glue and screw the frame together using 2 of the 95-inch boards for the stiles. Give a quick sand over all the joints to make sure it's smooth. It's time to add on the back boards we ripped earlier. Just glue and shoot all 7 of them using your finish nailer. Be sure to use 1¼ inch nails. This door is going to be 38.5 inches wide, giving us a little over 4 inches of overlap on either side of the doorway. I'm making the pattern on the front of the door now, ripping down an 8-foot 1x12 into 2.5-inch strips for the X pattern. Measure the center of the door on the top and the bottom for the first board of the X. Make sure the measurements are the same on either side before you glue and shoot to make sure everything is centered. Repeat that for the middle board going widthwise as well. Now we're on to the angles for the X. I wish I had some cool and fancy way to show you guys how to get my angle cuts, but I literally just lay them in place and mark the boards. If you do it this way, be sure to overcut it first in case you need to adjust the angle. This angle happens to be 15 degrees. Once you have all the angles cut and they are snug, glue and shoot. Okay guys, this is the door all built. It took me about 45 minutes from start to finish of just the build. Make sure to sand it all the way before you do stain or paint. Be sure to follow the other girls in the barn door collab. I'll tag them in the description below, and thanks for tuning in.